What's up, guys? It is Frankie here, coming at you live just seconds after the Los Angeles Lakers once again made the claim that they are the best team in the Western Conference and maybe in the NBA. And while I still give the edge right now to the Clippers, another impressive victory, though, again, for the Lakers. I feel like the Lakers have to beat the Clippers before we say, okay, they're the best team in the NBA. A very impressive win without Anthony Davis. No problem. Hey, without Anthony Davis, with AD out, the only loss they've had was against Orlando by 1. So this has been a very impressive stretch for the Lakers without their second best player. And another dominating win tonight for the Lakers as they beat the Houston Rockets 124-115 in a second half where they, especially the third quarter, where they completely just ran Houston out of the building. A combination of the Lakers playing great defense, the Lakers shooting well in the third, and Houston not shooting well. And, oh boy, the problem that we've had yet again, the Houston Rockets not shooting well. We've had this. How many times now have we had this problem of the Rockets having another? And right now you see Rockets trending worldwide on Twitter. And we'll get to the Lakers just for a second in a little bit. Again, another great performance for LeBron, who just, I mean, what do you even say anymore about LeBron? What do you say anymore about his greatness and again how many seasons he is? And another fantastic performance tonight. Again, you had Kyle Kuzma scoring 23, Danny Green scoring 20. Again, what a great fit he is. KCP coming off the bench and scoring 20. You love it. You gotta love it. Are you watching the fights? No, I'm not watching the fights right now. I know McGregor's fighting right now. I don't care. I should, but whatever. Yo, what's up, Joseph? Good to see you. But yeah, found out my mom has cancer. Oh, sorry. Oh boy, we're right in the. We got a tone chef, but sorry, legalized ranch. Sorry about that. Hope you pray for your mom. Hope she gets better. But in terms of the Rockets tonight, it's just the same problems. A team that's not shooting, a team that can't play four quarters, a team that once again in the third quarter was just horrendous from three, and a team that yet again in a big game doesn't show up in the second half. And it's just the same problems. It's just the same things. And it's why when you talk about, when you look at it, if you take the Lakers out of it and you take the Clippers out of it, the Rockets are probably the most talented team outside of those two teams. And so when you're saying if you're looking at Lakers, Rockets, you take them out of it, and you may even take Milwaukee out of it, who might be the best team in the NBA regardless of those three, the best of the tier 2 teams, it's probably Houston. And again, no Anthony Davis tonight. He's out. This is an opportunity to show, all right, here we go. And now, again, it's a tainted win even with Anthony Davis out. But it's like, all right, let's show that we're legitimate. Let's show we're a legitimate title threat. And instead, again, in the third quarter, what's up, Trevor? In the third quarter, 17 points. The Lakers scored 32. Again, they were awful in the second half. Here's the one thing. Westbrook does score 15 for 23 from the field. Impressive night. No threes. Not one attempted, which was bizarre to me. James Harden 2 for 9 from the three. I mean, again, at this point, I don't know. 34 points, and yes, you get to the line. It's great. It's just it's the same stuff. It's like, could you shoot better, please? And then Eric Gordon 3 for 9 from three. House 2 for 8 from three. He was awful. McLemore 3 for 6 from the three. It's just the same problems with this Rockets team that we deal with all the time. And they're going to need a shooter, and not just a shooter like Westbrook and Harden. I'm talking a shooter that more often than not makes a shot. You're going to need somebody like that, that makes a three-point shot more often than he doesn't. You're going to need a three-point shooter like that, and the Rockets really don't have somebody like that. They have two great scorers, but not two great shooters. And so we had that problem tonight. Again, not showing up in the second half. When you look at their three-point percentage, they made 12. They had the same percentage of threes, 33.3%, but most of the Rockets came in the first half. Again, they went lights. It was so cold in the second half. Rockets were winning by double figures and ended up losing by double figures. Yeah, that's the problem. That's the thing. It's just, again, just having this big lead and then having Lakers just come back out of nowhere. Have you watched the Aaron Hernandez documentary on Netflix? I have not, but I heard it's amazing. All the stuff going on there. What a fascinating story that is. But again, when you look at again, what else? Again, when people are saying, "Oh, Houston's gonna have another first-round exit out of the playoffs," they're talking about this. It's when we sit here and we're 4 out of the last 5 games. Houston has lost 4 out of the last 5. They're 6th right now in the Western Conference. They're 6th, and again, we're near the halfway point. You're running out of time. I mean, you got 2.5 months. Not 3 months. Okay, actually, it's fine, but. All right, you're losing out valuable spots here to teams like the Clippers, like the Jazz and the Mavericks, who you're better than. You lose now. I mean, Denver is blowing right by you. Denver is, okay, not blowing right by, but like 2.5 games behind. It's just, do better than this. Lakers for life. Hashtag LAX. Hashtag King James of LA. Hey, King Christopher, enjoy this victory. Another great win. Again, I still think the Clippers are a little bit better team right now, and that's because the Clippers have beaten the Lakers twice, but the Lakers are clearly the second best team. And, again, they're showing their greatness here. The Rockets need help on their team. Yes. Again, a shooter would be very, very critical. A shooter would be very, very critical. Also, I got to point this out. There were many times in this game it felt like a home game for the Lakers. I mean, I know the Lakers fans are around, but my gosh, there were multiple plays. Like when LeBron came out of the game, it was almost like Harden came out of the game after he scored 50. It was like, wow, like the roar that came from the crowd tonight. Like if you're Houston, you got to sit there and just go, like that's a home field advantage. Or whatever. I'm assuming that some of the fans left there, left early in the third quarter, just like, okay, we've seen this before. Again, no AD. And the Lakers just, again, dominate in the second half. KCP and Kuzma scoring. If you're Houston, again, it's another big spot. It's another big opportunity for you. And, I mean, the Rockets fans were shouting MVP chance for LeBron. It's just, goodness. This is a rough one. This is a rough one for Houston, again, to show how legitimate we are. Thanks. They need a player like J.J. Redick on their team. That would help. Again, have any sort of shooter. Astros need to be banned, so are the Red Sox. I don't think you can ban them, but you can take away their titles. Rockets going on a deep playoff run. Love from LA. I think so too. I mean, I think they're going to go to the second round, which is deep for them. But after that, I don't know. After that, I don't know what happens. Then who are they taking on? Who are they facing? Are they facing the Lakers? Are they facing the Clippers? Like, who are they going to take on? That if we're getting that matchup, if we're getting, Lakers Rockets or Clippers Rockets, do you trust the Rockets in that series? No, I don't. Not again, two great players in Harden and Westbrook. Two great scorers, not two great shooters. And you just expect that one of them or both of them in a big moment, in a big spot, in the playoffs, is not going to come through. And is it unfair? Maybe a little bit, but we've seen the track record now. We've seen the track record with these two. And so the Rockets are going downhill. A little bit. I think they'll recover. I mean, the Rockets went downhill last year. The Rockets are going to be fine eventually. Eventually, they'll figure out the problem, and they'll get it fixed. They'll get it solved, and they'll be back to winning games. Because, again, they're a ridiculously good team. It's just... It's just the same things. It's just the same. This system, this no defense system, it doesn't work. It's just not working with this Houston team. And so, again, a great game for the Lakers. Again, LeBron excellent again. Kuzma, Green, KCP. Even when he doesn't have his other guy, Anthony Davis, he's got all these other guys around him. And again, that's why the Lakers are really talented. I mean, you got Howard out there with 10 rebounds. Again, biggest shock of the NBA to me this entire season is how good Dwight Howard has been. He's not like an all-star, I would say, but I mean, the fact that he's contributing a little bit to a team that might win a championship is really impressive. And the 2018 Rockets would have won that game. I don't know about that. But again, the fact that all this talent around the Lakers right now, and again, it is a very complete team. Again, it's not. I don't think it's as good as the Clippers, but you look at this team, it's like, there's so much. Again, there's so much talent here, and wait until Anthony Davis comes back in hopefully a few days. We'll see how his schedule goes out, how his schedule works out here. But again, this is just top to bottom a really solid team. And again, another impressive win tonight, another great performance from LeBron, and just another moment where Houston tried to take it away from them, and the Lakers were like, nope, not today. Again, we're gonna go that. We're gonna be crazy in the third quarter. Again, LeBron getting an MVP chance. 34-8. They are the best. They have the best road record in the NBA. Or I'm sorry, they have the best, not best record, best record period in the Western Conference. 4 games better than Denver and the Clippers. So, actually, I haven't updated that yet. So I think it's 4.5 now. It's 4.5 games better than the Nuggets and the Clippers. Again, Houston drops to 6. Now there's Houston is then 3.5 games ahead of Oklahoma City, and then 3 games ahead more of Memphis. So they'll be fine. But in terms of right now, this is again, this team is too good right now. This team is too good to be struggling like this. But again, we know about the Westbrook Harden types. We just know that we're seeing these problems again. Russ was great. Hold on, wait. Again, Westbrook was great tonight. Everybody else, Harden didn't shoot well from 3. No one else really shot. I mean, again, McElmore at 9 points. He's out there for 24 minutes. Capella, 33 minutes, scores 8. Tucker, 35 minutes, scores 6. I mean, Gordon, 30 minutes. He did score 13 points, but he was 3 for 9 from 3. House, 23 minutes, 2 for 8 from 3. It's like, again, you got to improve it. There's got to be better. There's got to make some moves at the deadline here. Got to improve this team around them. It's not good enough to compete with the Clippers or the Lakers. If AD was playing, the Lakers would have blown out the Rockets. Yeah, probably. Probably, again, you add that talent to it. How do you feel about Conor winning tonight? I don't know if Conor's winning tonight. I mean, I know UFC 246 is going on right now in Vegas. I have no idea what's happening. I don't really... I kind of care, but not too much. It's just... I understand Conor McGregor is a great wrestler and all that. He's also a terrible human being. I just have a hard time getting into him and supporting him. But we'll see. I mean, he makes his return to the UFC. It'll be interesting to see what he does there. But overall, if he wins tonight, great. If he loses tonight, great. As long as he doesn't cause a huge fight, then the UFC will be fine. I mean, that's still one of the all-time craziest things I've seen. I mean, McGregor just like, the fight going on there after he faced Khabib or whatever. It's weird. So those are my early thoughts on the game. By the way, if you're new to this channel and you like what you see, make sure you subscribe down below for more content like this. We'll be back tomorrow after the 2 games. We've got, of course, the Titans-Chiefs game tomorrow. We got the Niners-Packers. So we got both of those games coming up tomorrow in the NFL Conference Championship. We see who gets the Super Bowl. And we'll have post-game reaction to both of those games. Do you watch boxing? I've done a little research on it, but I don't watch it. Like, the only fight I think I've ever really paid for was Mayweather and Pacquiao, and that was a complete disappointment. I've seen fights and highlights, but and actually paying for it, it just no. Again, it's fine. I do want to see an undisputed heavyweight champion, and maybe I'd pay for that fight. I mean, if Wilder and Fury take each other on, and if those guys, and then they take on Joshua, who's got the other belts, and they win, and we get I might watch that. The undisputed heavyweight boxing champion, which we haven't had since Lennox Lewis. So I'd love to see that. Before we keep going here, hold on, let me just change the channel here for just a second. Stay with us as we just go through here. I don't know what channel the UFC fight is on. I'm guessing it's on, okay, ESPN's got that. Alright, so we're going to put on BYU Gonzaga. Since there's nothing else on here, we're going to put on BYU Gonzaga. Gonzaga, number 1 team in the country right now. They're beating BYU by 8, but everybody is getting upset here in college basketball, so no promises for anything. The Lakers need another playmaker on their team. To compete with the Clippers, maybe. I mean, the team's good enough. The team's good enough, again, with LeBron and Anthony Davis, all the side pieces, Danny Green, Kuzma. It's like, there's enough talent there, just can you beat the Clippers in a 7-game series? And I'm not so sure they are. I'm not so sure they can. I'm not convinced. More and more, Skip Bayless tweeted this, but I think he's right in the sense that more and more the NBA looks like a 2-team lead, both in LA. It's actually not incorrect because Milwaukee's at it's a 3-team right now. It's a 3-team race, I feel like, for the title. Lakers, Clippers, Bucks. Those are the 3 best teams. Milwaukee has Giannis, and then everybody else around him. But Giannis is so good. The Lakers have LeBron and AD. The Clippers have Kawhi and Paul George whenever they play together, which is rarely. But again, there's so much talent on both of on these teams here, and the Lakers, again, another stellar performance tonight. The wins I never could have imagined. I mean, when we heard LeBron and Anthony Davis, we're like, all right, this could be interesting, and it has worked out so much better than any of us thought it would. Again, even I, who was like, I'm thinking, all right, the Lakers are probably going to the Western Conference Finals. Never thought it would be this guy. The Lakers 34-8. LeBron is competing for another NBA MVP, even though I don't think he's going to get it. I think it's probably going to go to Giannis. But the fact that he's even competing for it at this stage in his life is remarkable. It's just, man, what a job. I can't say enough about how good this team has been, how seamlessly it has gone for Frank Wright. Again, think about how disastrous this situation was when you look at the Lakers a few months ago with Rob Pelinka. Rob Pelinka just got an extension, and 6-7 months ago, we all hated him, thought he was a terrible GM. Magic Johnson was calling him a backstabber. There was all this conflict. Everybody on the Lakers hated LeBron, and the Anthony Davis trade changed everything. If the Lakers win a title this year, that's going to go down, along with the Kawhi Leonard trade last year to go to Toronto, as one of the most consequential trades in NBA history. It turned a team from a joke to a champion, if that would happen, in one moment. I mean, LeBron right now on Basketball Reference is the 3rd best candidate behind Giannis and Harden. Again, I think Giannis is going to win it. But I mean, LeBron's got averaging 25 points. He's playing 39 games. It's remarkable to me that LeBron has done this. What if the DeRozan and Aldridge got traded to the Miami Heat? I mean, that'd make Miami better. I don't know if they're going to do that. We see what the Spurs. I mean, the Spurs look like they're going to compete. They might get the final playoff spot, but are they going to contend for anything here? If you're San Antonio, where's this all going? The article was saying that the Lakers need another playmaker or shooter on their team. All right, yeah, I get to that. And if they want to, to really put it over the edge, but do you get Kevin Love? Do you get Kevin Love out of Cleveland to come over there? But yeah, DeRozan not. If you're the Spurs, yeah, you're trying to get the playoffs, but are you gonna get past the first round? I don't see that. So maybe eventually you move on from DeRozan and Aldridge and just say, all right, we've gotten everything we can out of these two. It's time for us to move on and get somebody else. I don't know if they're gonna do that, but it's if they get traded to Miami, help Miami immensely. So again, overall, this game looked like it was going to be good in the third quarter. At halftime, it's like, okay, this could be close, and then the Lakers just pulled it away. Again, it was a 9-point game, but it felt, I mean, how big was the Lakers' lead at one point? It was like 16, 17? Yeah, 16-point lead at one point. The Lakers had a 4% better field goal percentage than the Rockets. And Rockets had 3 more total turnovers. And the Lakers had a 16-point lead. That was the largest lead of the game. What's up, Harrison? Good to see you, my man. Again, it's just the same. It's just the same stuff here with Houston. It's the same problems they always have. Either one player's not playing well, either Harden's not playing great, or Westbrook's not playing great, or both of them aren't playing great. Either way, it's the same problems. The team can't shoot. And again, they're not shooting well. 4 out of the last 5 losses. It's just a rough going right now. It's just rough. Again, without Anthony Davis, the Lakers played great tonight, and it was no problem. And here they are winning yet another game. And what's going to happen here with Houston? How are they going to fix this? How are they going to turn this around? How is Houston going to? They're eventually, I feel like, but how are you going to? When's your next big game? When is Houston's next big game to say, all right, here we are, we're going to contend for a title? When's their next big, when's their next big game to prove we're for real again? Because I mean, Houston's had their moments here throughout the year. I mean, they've beaten the Clippers, I think, twice. Yeah, they've beaten the Clippers twice. So it's like, did they beat the Lakers earlier this year? Or was that their first Lakers game? That was the first Lakers game. The next Lakers game is February 6th. They play Denver on January 22nd, so Wednesday. They play Denver again on next Sunday. They get Portland next Wednesday. They do get Giannis. They get Zion in New Orleans on February 2nd. So there'll be a couple. I guess not February 6th. That'll be the next time we see if they can. Then Blake Griffin needs a ring. Yeah, the Detroit experiment's not working out there. They're gonna finally gonna have to move on from that. It's just not working there. And I like Blake Griffin, but yeah, it's just not working there anymore. So we'll see what they do. We'll see where they move them as we get closer and closer to the trade deadline here in a few weeks. Which I don't know again what exactly it is, but it'll be in February, so we'll have that. I also should apologize. Was not here Thursday. I was supposed to do a Celtics Bucks show. I couldn't do it because I had school. I had homework. I had a lot of homework to do. I had an assignment to send in, and it took a long time, so I wasn't able to do the show on Thursday. And then I was originally going to take Friday off, so I wasn't there on Friday. So it's Saturday. I'm here, and we're doing this show, which is great. Frankie, hey buddy, how are you? Hi hats. Sorry, sorry. Your team's a mess. Your team's a mess. Oh boy. I almost feel bad for your team. I almost feel bad for all those cheaters. Almost. Yeah, sorry about that. Bringing out the old Astros logo. We're gonna pretend the new one doesn't exist. Going back retro. I'm only teasing you about it because I know you're a friend, but yeah, it's rough. Yankees, as a Yankee fan, this was the best week ever. Astros manager got fired, Red Sox manager got fired, Mets manager got fired before even managing a game. Best week ever. I mean, just everybody around us. And now there's the buzzer rumors, which I'm not really buying into yet. I need to see more evidence of the buzzers. I've heard rumors, but nothing. I got to see more. I got to see more hardcore facts on the buzzers. Is baseball trying to cover this up? I don't know, but all good. The Dodgers hate the Astros. Oh yeah, again, the Astros are now the most unlikable team in baseball. The Astros are now the most unlikable team in all of Major League Baseball, and they're going to get booed everywhere you go. Everywhere the Astros go this year, they're going to get booed. When they go into Dodger Stadium, they're going to get just hate. Your 3 biggest rivals, like winning the lottery. Oh yeah, again, this is everything I wanted. Everything I wanted. And so Yankees, and now there's no excuse for the Yankees. The Astros are reeling. The Red Sox are reeling. This is your chance. Go win the World Series this year. You have no excuse. Zero excuse. Go win the World Series this year, or at least get into the World Series. For the love of all things holy, get into the World Series this year. What a mess. And yeah, I don't know if the buzzer rumors are true. I want to believe the buzzer rumors are true, but I got to see more facts here on the Altuve stuff. But well, again, I don't think the biggest problem with baseball now, that is going to be the dominant storyline heading into next year. Or heading into this season, that the cheating allegations are not going to go away. They're not going to be resolved totally by the time the season rolls around. It is going to be the biggest story heading into baseball this year, and that is a problem for Major League Baseball. That is your biggest story, is cheating. So, and when the season starts, we should be talking about the season, but we're going to be talking about past seasons and cheating and all that. No offense, if you don't go to the World Series, you don't deserve it. No, that's fair. If we don't go to the World Series, we don't deserve it. That's fair, but hey, be thankful they didn't vacate your title. Be thankful the Astros didn't vacate the title. They didn't vacate the title. Do you hate the Astros? Now I do. Now that I'm like, okay, now they cheated, I'm like, all right, game on. I didn't really hate the Astros before that. Now I'm like, game on. Let's go. I don't hate hats. Hats is fine, but I'm ready. I'm ready to go. Let's do it. Bring it on. Bring it on. Let's go. And if they cheated in 2017, okay. If they cheated in 2019, it's all out despise. It's all out. Let's go. Let's do this. It's all out war. If like Altuve used the buzzer, which again I want to believe, I don't know if it's true, but oh boy, again you better be hoping and praying that that's not true. We've gone from 10 viewers watching this to 3. Baseball talk apparently bores everybody, so we should get back to the NBA just for a second here. If you're new to this channel, again, you like what you see, make sure you subscribe down below for more content like this. And again, we will be back tomorrow during the NFL games, so get ready. Or after the NFL games, we'll be back during that, so get ready for that. Again, that should be a lot of fun here as we Titans-Chiefs tomorrow, Niners-Packers, the 2 big conference championship games. Thank you guys again for all the support here over the last few weeks as we continue to grow here on the channel. We are now at 2670 or 26. Okay, yeah, 2667. So we're doing very well here. Eventually, the league will move on. Eventually, does that mean the Astros cheated against the Yankees too? No, the Astros cheated in 2017. That means they cheated against everybody. They cheated in 2017. They cheated against everybody. Now, I don't know if they cheated in 2019. But again, we're hearing the buzzer allegations. So, I will say this: I don't know when the last time it was that people were this invested in baseball. Everybody's invested. It's not during the World Series. People are really invested right now in all the cheating that's taking place during it. Again, it's a mess right now. It is a total mess. No offense, we were beating the Yankees regardless, but the Dodgers is a different story. I don't know, yeah. That year was more of an underdog fairy tale. That year was more, finally we get back there, or it was this lovable group of underdogs that went in, and I had no expectations that year. So maybe we would have, I don't know, but again, without the cheating, who knows? Without the cheating, without them doing that. And remember that the Astros did beat the Dodgers in Game 7 in Dodger Stadium, so there was no cheating. The whole thing is just a mess. Do you really think Altuve had the buzzer? I want to believe it. I can't believe that yet. I've got to see more evidence. I have to see actual hardcore proof. I've got to see actual stuff that makes me believe that's true. Again, I'd love to believe it, but nothing. I gotta wait. Baseball said that's not true, so I have to go by their word. But I'm really not. I'm not sold on it yet. MLB has said no evidence. Exactly. So I gotta wait. And see. Maybe there'll be something new that comes out. I mean, there have been players. I think Trevor Bauer came out and said, "Hey, I've heard about this. It's true." John Boy has come out and said this is true. But I gotta see the evidence. I've got to see the actual evidence before I actually make that argument. Because I mean, if there's something there, oh boy, then that's lifetime bans. How many times did the Astros cheated? All throughout 2017, it looks like. So, and the Red Sox, it looks like they cheated all throughout 2018. So, a very, very interesting time right now in Major League Baseball. As, I mean, 2 World Series managers and a World Series GM get fired. Carlos Beltran, who was a well-respected guy in the league, now completely, his credibility is destroyed. Trevor, are you a little kid? Okay, I have no idea. I have no idea how old a lot of these people are, and really, I don't want to know. As long as you're watching, I don't. That's great. But, and by the way, Tuesday, we will be live for the Baseball Hall of Fame induction ceremony, or the Baseball Hall of Fame election. Tuesday, come back here. We'll be live for the Hall of Fame induction. 2 titles tainted, 2 franchises destroyed. Yep. Thank God the Nationals won this year. Thank God the Nationals won last year and avoided us all of that. Because, if that had happened, oh, baby, that would have been a total mess. But, yeah. The Astros are still very talented, but, yeah, losing your manager, all thanks to Cora. Yeah, good job, Alex. Good job. And I actually liked him. But, yeah, what a jerk. Moron. Does that mean the Dodgers should have won 2017, 2018? I don't know, but... I mean, they didn't vacate the titles. They did not vacate it, which means, and I don't know. I'm disappointed they didn't, but it is what it is. Does that mean they should have won again? Should have won? I don't know. I honestly don't know, but because now we won't know how much did it impact, but we know they cheated. We just don't know how much of it impacted them. But gosh, if Altuve had a buzzer on his chest, oh man, oh boy, that's a lifetime ban. That's a lifetime ban. The Yankees are ready to go to war with it, which is great. The Yankees are ready to go to war with the Astros, and I love it. I'm very excited about that. But we'll see. We'll see how it all means here in the next few weeks. Oh boy, the UFC stuff going on right now. UFC is trending right now. I don't know if that fight's happening right now. Okay, it doesn't look like it's happening right now. I meant the McGregor fight. That'll be the main event. But whatever. They have to stop numbering these UFC events, though. Eventually, you're going to have to stop numbering. It was cool in the hundreds. It's in the 200s now. You have to stop numbering these UFC events, please. UFC person versus person. You got to do that. How do you think us Astros fans feel? We didn't deserve a fake. We didn't deserve a fake party field. No, I feel bad for you guys. I feel bad for you real fans out there I feel bad for the real fans who are like being sorry about this and feel terrible than the Astros fans that are trying to defend us. I don't feel bad for those people because those people are morons, but I feel bad for the people that are like legitimately sorry and they feel awful that they were betrayed like this, and now there's a fake asterisk next to. There's no real asterisk, but there'll be a lot of fans who there will be an asterisk. So yeah, I feel bad for those people. And I feel bad for Hats. I feel bad for you guys. It's rough. Yeah, I do want to get back to hold on. By the way, to the other NBA games today. Clippers beat the Pelicans 133-130. Don't really care. Good win for the Clippers. I'm waiting for Zion, and we will have Zion's first game in a few weeks. We will have Zion's first game coming up, which we're very much looking forward to. We're talking about Zion in the NBA for the first time. Maybe I'll try to get my friend Thomas on. He's a big Zion fan. I feel awful, but I still stand by my team. That's fair. You have nothing else to do. I mean, when I'm a Yankee fan, I had A-Rod on my team for years. I got Chapman on my team now, who's a wife beater or whatever he is. I got Domingo Guzman, who's also a woman beat somebody. So it's like, I got to support my team too, despite all the terrible things that I do and all the terrible people I have to root for. Gosh. The Yankees have about almost as many guys on their team who've committed domestic violence as it seems like World Series titles. So it's a rough one right now in terms of like rooting for good people on my team. But there are some good guys out there. But like Chapman and oh gosh, it's rough. I apologize for cheating. It's okay. I forgive you. Oh boy. Do you remember the last time the Yankees won? 2009, of course. 2009. I was 11. Yankees beat the Phillies in a great World Series, and yeah, Yankees won in 6. It was wonderful, great series there, beating Philadelphia. The Johnny Damon steal was terrific. Love that series. By the way, Clippers, Lakers, and Bucks right now all have the same odds to win the title, plus 320. Again, it's really close. And then Houston's a second-tier team there. Jim Graham did the right thing, but didn't apologize. Why didn't he apologize? I guess like I'm sorry that we did this in the moment. You can apologize. Apologize. But they're not taking the title away from you, so congratulations there. And remember, if any of you are out there, I mean, I don't know how many people watch these streams. It's not a lot. It's some, but thank you guys. But it's not. Remember, back when this first broke, I didn't really talk about it that much because I was like, all right, maybe it's not that big of a deal. I waited and I waited and I waited. And then when it finally broke, I got angry at it. Not even to us fans. So, yeah, and then that's rough. That's rough. Terrible job by Jim. Again, good job firing Hinch and Lunau, but and then Red Sox fire Cora, and then, gosh, again, they took out 3 guys. This thing took out 4 guys in baseball. It took out Beltran, who didn't even manage a game yet. What a mess. What an absolute mess. And the Mets, too. I have a lot of Mets fans in my life, and I was very much rubbing it in their faces about this. Where were you when the last time the Yankees won the championship? I was in bed. I was 11 years old, and I know I should have been a passionate Yankee fan, but I also wanted to get to sleep. So I woke up the next day, and I know back then I should have gotten more sleep. Back then I really liked getting sleep, so a terrible excuse. But yeah, I was in bed, and then I woke up the next morning, and the Yankees won the World Series, and I celebrated. So that's how I did it. Should I have been up? Probably, but again, I was 11, and didn't really stay up late during a lot of stuff. We love Lynch. That hurts. Lunau, yeah, you can get rid of Lunau. And thank God, get rid of Brandon Tubman. What a monster that guy is. So yeah. I mean, I did. The 2 Giants Super Bowls was before I went to bed. So I got to see those, but I really didn't start staying up for sporting events until 2012. Yeah, 2012 was the first time I really started staying up when I was 13, 14. And I know that's super late, but again, I wanted to get to sleep, and I had parents that really wanted me to get to sleep, so I waited a long time. And then when I got to 13, 14, I was like, okay, I'm gonna really start. I'm gonna stay up late for this kind of stuff. I feel bad for the real Astros fan who didn't mean to cheat. Yeah, I feel bad too. Hinch hurt, to be honest. Yeah, I get it, but he could have stopped this. He didn't stop this. He should have stopped this. Hinch absolutely had a chance to stop this, and he didn't do it. So, rough job by him. Milwaukee beats Brooklyn by 20. Phoenix beats Boston. The Sixers beat the Knicks. Again, I don't want to talk about it. Oh, gosh. What is the Knicks record now? 11-32. Just Tobias Harris is that go-ahead 3 in the 4th. Oh, gosh. Thank you, sir. You're welcome. Yeah. So, see? Well, a lot of respect there. You guys are the only 2 people in the comments. So I appreciate you guys. Oh, man. I mean, I love all the subscribers I have, but not all of them show up for every live stream. It's 5 or it's a very few select group of people. Hopefully, as the subscribers grow, we'll continue to have more people added on these streams. But yeah, notice I changed my logo. Felt the other was tarnished. I knew that. I had a feeling did you change your logo because you wanted to get rid of the new one? Yeah, the new one's an ugly logo. I'm gonna go back to the old NL logo. You know what? The real punishment is the Astros should go back to going into the National League. The Astros should go back to the National League, and yeah. That's what they go back to the National League. Yeah, the 04-05 Astros with Lance Berkman and Roy Oswalt and Craig Biggio and gosh, who else was on that? I'm a Diamondbacks fan. Yeah, so I don't like Diamondbacks either because I think about 2001 worst World Series ever. I try to come to every stream. No, I appreciate that, Hats. I appreciate that. It's just, I'd love to interact with more people, and the fact that I love interacting with you too, guys, and it's great. It's just sometimes. How do you feel about the Mad Dog being biased saying the Yankees would have beaten Dodgers? I don't know. I love the Mad Dog. I gotta tell you, I think the Yankees. I gotta tell you, Mikey. I think the Yankees would have beaten the Dodgers. I think you look at the situation. Yeah, the Yankees are a better team. I don't know. I want to believe that, but again, who knows? That was such a weird World Series, though. So, yeah. Do I think the Yankees would have beaten the Dodgers? I don't know. Again, that was a Cinderella team. I don't know. It's just. Remember, the Yankees lost all 3 of those games on the road. The Yankees lost all 4 of those games on the road, which was just awful. It's still funny, an Astros fan and Yankee fan get along. Yeah, see, we can make this work. See, the universe can make all of this work if an Astros fan and a Yankee fan can get along. I have a lot of people from Houston because, some of the biggest videos I ever did was those Astros reaction videos, and that's how I got a lot of people from Houston because I did those Astros-Yankees videos, and a lot of people from Houston noticed me and subscribed, so I really appreciate that. I should get more Yankee fans on this. How did I attracted a lot of Houston fans, not a lot of Yankee fans. I feel like actually I did, but they don't show up for all these. So, so again, if you're subscribed to this channel, please make sure you try to attend as many live streams as you can. I'm sure tomorrow we're gonna get a lot of people. Tomorrow for the 2 football games, tomorrow we're gonna get a lot of people. Destiny was on the D-back side, no one. It shouldn't have been on the Yankee side. 9/11, post 9/11. It should have been on our side, but whatever. That's how you got me. Yeah, exactly. Those were big videos. Those were big time streams. So, yeah. Hopefully the Yankees will win it again next year. And we will do a lot of Yankee stuff next year. I don't know how much Yankee stuff because the regular season is going to interfere with the playoffs and the NBA and all that. But we will try to do as much Yankee stuff as we can. My Diamondbacks beat the Yankees in Game 7 2001. Yeah, don't remind me. I remember. I was 3 years old, crying in my crying in my bed, watching the Diamondbacks beat the Yankees. It was awful. I hated it. Hated every second of it. Boy, I hated that. Luis Gonzalez, darn it. Mariano blows the save. Tony Womack, gosh, just awful. Ah, man. Such a weird time. So, yeah. What do you think if the Astros win another World Series? Then I think this time they'll deserve it because they're a talented team and they didn't cheat. But people will accuse them of cheating. It's like the Patriots now. Now you'll never be accused of doing anything clean. So, yeah, we'll be doing the shows tomorrow. We will also be doing, we have a Super Bowl predictions video, which comes out Monday. NBA Buzzer Beaters Part 9 comes out Tuesday. We'll have a few other stuff. We'll have the Baseball Hall of Fame stuff that comes out on Tuesday. I don't know what time, but that will be on Tuesday. When the Mets hire their new manager, we will do a press conference about that. So get ready for that. We'll have a second. I deleted, by the way, I don't know if you guys noticed, I deleted my Mets Carlos Beltran reaction video just because I felt like there's no need to it now. He's gone, so I really don't need to make that video. Although I'll never forget Carlos Beltran being the Mets manager. It was 2 hot minutes. Oh boy, what a mess that was. Carlos Beltran is the Mets manager. What a complete and utter mess. Oh, jeez, goodness. They could have hired Joe Girardi. Oh, were the Patriots of MLB cool? That means 6 titles. Yeah, exactly. They'll take the 6 titles. They didn't vacate them. If they had vacated them, this would have hurt. But they didn't vacate the titles. Again, I don't know why baseball didn't do that, but for whatever. Who's your favorite MLB player on the Yankees? Judge. Probably Judge. He's probably going to be captain someday. Great player. Great leader. Love him. Hope he stays healthy, and hopefully he hits like 30, 40 home runs this year. Because now we're motivated. It's like, okay, we got to stop losing. We added Garrett Cole. It's like, all right, let's do this. Let's win this darn title. Let's win this darn title. Let's stop having the Red Sox win these titles. Let's do it. Oh, Jose Altuve, by the way, confident everything will be fine. Altuve said we're going to be in the World Series next year. So, have you seen Dolomite Is My Name? I've heard of it. Eddie Murphy, from all I hear, is great in it. That looks like, yeah, it looks terrific. Like I love Eddie Murphy. I loved him on SNL. He was great coming up a few weeks ago. So it's good to see him get back into it because I loved it. What about Stanton? Oh, Stanton's good, but he's always hurt, and it's just a problem with him. Gotta say, I don't think Altuve would have ruined his legacy. He may have ruined his legacy here. But yeah, Dolomite Is My Name. Again, from all accounts, great. On Rudy Ray, I believe his name was. And so fascinating movie. I'm surprised it didn't get any Oscar nominations, but I guess it just faded out. We're having the Oscar So White thing happen again, so I don't know. I love Eddie Murphy. I can't remember the last good Eddie Murphy movie was maybe Bowfinger. It's been 20 years, so it's good to see him back at a really good movie. So, let alone the Astros. Is Altuve a cheater? We don't know yet. We know there are Astros that are cheaters. We just don't know if he in particular. We don't know if he had the buzzer. So we got to wait for more evidence on that. We got to see what happens there. They may have to do another investigation. Because Altuve and Alex Bregman now are 2 main guys right now. What I'm saying is Altuve is innocent. Maybe he is. I don't know. Again, maybe I got to see evidence on this. How should MLB The Show handle the Astros? They should have him as every other team. There's nothing different that the MLB The Show should do. They should treat the Astros, should put them in their game, have the players there. There's nothing they should do. Bregman, I don't trust. I don't know why you don't trust Bregman, but whatever. Let's see. I mean, the Astros are going to be motivated now, but you just got caught, so people are going to hate you. Fine. Also, how cocky is Altuve? How cocky is Jose Altuve saying we're going to be in the World Series again? Which is just like, really? It's just shut up, dude. And don't act like you're the victim here. Don't act like you're the victim here, Altuve. It's like you guys did this. His interview was fishy. Yes. Bregman I don't trust. What about Springer or Cora? We haven't heard anything specifically about them. So I mean, the only player it named in that report was Beltran. It didn't name any other player. So we got to see. And we'll see what the Red Sox report has to say. Is there any other manager that's going to get fired here? Again, this situation has knocked out 3 managers and 1 general manager. The victims are us Astros fans. Exactly, yeah. The Astros players aren't the victims. The Astros team is not the victim. The victims are the teams that they went up against and the Astros fans who had to suffer through this. And again, not the Astros fans that are defending this. The Astros fans that like legitimately feel sorry about this. They're the victims. Hats is a victim. We haven't talked about the Rockets and Lakers in so long. We're going to go for about another 20 minutes here probably, so. But, yeah, Houston, another great Houston win again. They're 26-15. Or, no, I'm sorry. A bad Houston loss, I meant to say. Blazers chasing Bazemore picks to the Knicks. Okay. But yeah, again, a great win tonight for the Lakers and LeBron. And without Anthony Davis, LeBron was great and had a bunch of other guys around him. Holly Holm fight is boring. I'm sure fine. Didn't she beat Ronda Rousey? That's right. She beat Ronda Rousey. I forget remember that. I'm on both sides. I feel awful and I stand by them. No, I get it. I feel for you. Again, I'm assuming you're watching UFC 246. Where's that on? I'm assuming that's on ESPN Plus because they've been airing a bunch of commercials for it on ESPN. It's so weird. I gotta see all these ESPN commercials that talk about how great Conor McGregor is. I'm like, this guy is a maniac. He's a great fighter. He's a maniac. I can't believe he's allowed to fight again. Like, this guy's insane. This guy might kill somebody one day, and you wouldn't be shocked. It's just, A-Rod or Big Mama. A-Rod? Of course. So, it's just, yeah. And again, this, I'm glad other people like UFC, and I'm glad this fight's getting a lot of attention. It's just, is the fight live? I'm seeing some people, have the fight live, so. I don't know where it is. I don't know again where the fight is live, but somebody had a live UFC fight on Twitter. So, whatever. Swearing out somebody had it. What do you think of Artie Lang? Fine, fine comedian. There's times I like him, times I don't like him. Seems like an interesting guy. In other words, I will always support my team, but don't know what we did. No, again, I get it. I had to deal with that with the Yankees with A-Rod. I had to deal with that. Sometimes, all right, I'm a fan of the team. I have to support it. Chapman, I had to do the same thing. It happens. They have Connor entering into the building with suit and all that. He has arrived. I just can't. The only real fights I care about in sports are the heavyweight championship fights, except for Mayweather Pacquiao. I only really care about the heavyweight fights. Those are that's the big league. That's number one. If you're the heavyweight champion, you're the king of the world. So, by the way, I'm mad because my dad died. Happy thinking our title was legit. Oh, that's awful. That's awful. I'm sorry, man. That's terrible. That's terrible. So, I feel bad. Sorry about that, man. The Astros fans didn't mean for the cheating. It wasn't their fault. No, again, exactly. They didn't know about any of this. None of us knew. It's weird, I wish we had known at the time. There were some people who said, "Oh, I knew back in 2017." It would have been nice for you to tell us all. But great, I got to deal with this. Oh man, LeBron was good tonight. 124, 115, great win. LeBron 31 points. Yeah, 124, 115 victory. 31 and 12 from LeBron. Still killing it. At this age, still killing it. By the way, Gonzaga is up 20 right now on BYU. Gonzaga is going to retain their number one ranking in college basketball for the year in a crazy, wild college basketball season. Oh, goodness. Got any other comments there, guys? Had some say for you almost. The thing is, why would Friars wait 2 years? That's fishy to me. I guess because he left the Astros. I don't know why he waited 2 years, but I guess he waited until he was off there, and then someone asked him. He was like, yeah, sure, here's what happened. Mike Fiers is going to get booed. I hope Mike Fiers, with the first time he plays in Houston, pitches like a one-hit shutout. Sorry, Hats. I hope he has like a one-hit shutout, like terrific performance, and just shuts everybody up because he's going to get booed. Fiers is going to get booed in Houston, no doubt about it. He's going to get booed, and so I can't wait to I can't wait to see how he responds to that. I hope he pitches well. I'll be rooting for him. Ah, goodness. See, when is this is a welterweight? Okay. When is the McGregor fight? How many more fights are there? Okay, so the Holly Holmes Raquel Pennington fight is happening right now, and then maybe we should change this to like UFC 246 live reaction for somebody not even watching the fight. So yeah, right after this fight will be the main event. It will be Conor McGregor and Donald Cerrone, also known as Cowboy, who will fight off. We will probably throw trash at him, to be honest. No, yeah, he should have come out in 2017. He should have, but he was on the team. He wasn't going to say anything. He waited until he was off the team. He made the good decision. He comes off like the hero. How about Jessica Mendoza, by the way, saying how dare he be a whistleblower? Unbelievable that like Jessica Mendoza is like, oh yeah, you know who the victim is in all this? He's the villain. The real victim is the whistleblower. The Ronda Rousey fight, I remember 5 years ago when Ronda Rousey lost. Like that was one of the most shocking things I can ever remember in UFC. Just waking up the next morning and being stunned that she lost. But 2012 was the last time a New York sports team won a title. The Giants. That was the last time. It's been 7 long years since then, but yeah, no title since then. No offense, I agree with Mendoza. You should have rated it in 2017. I don't think that was the. It's like. Again, he's on the team. I don't blame him for not ratting out. I'm glad he ratted now. It almost seemed like she was making the argument how he shouldn't have ratted at all, period. And that's wrong. What was the exact quote that she had? I want to see the exact quote that she had because. And she might lose her job there at ESPN, which is fine because I really don't care for her. Yeah, she rips Mike Fiers. Okay, so here's Jessica Mendoza's quote that was really dumb and stupid, and I don't understand why she did it. Her exact quote is, "It made me sad for the sport that this is how it all got found out. This wasn't something MLB naturally investigated or other team complained about because they naturally heard about it and the investigation happened. It came from within. It was a player that was a part of it that benefited from it. When I first heard about it, it hit you like anything it would. It's something that you don't do." I get it if you're with the A's and you're the other team. Heck yeah, you better be telling your teammates, look, it didn't sit well with me. To go public with it and to call him out and start all this, it's hard to swallow. Again, she's criticizing him for naming it. Oh, gosh. It's just awful. My Phoenix Sun beat the Celtics. He has so many friends on the Astros that now hate him. No, that's fair. Good for him. Good for him. Sometimes in life you have to make enemies. My Phoenix Sun beat the Celtics. Good for you. Bad loss for the Celtics. What did they beat him by? 123-119. Well, on a night when Marcus Smart had 11 threes, Devin Booker scores 39. Great. We got about 10 more minutes here, guys. So if you have any more comments, any more final things, we've a lot of people have been bored and have left the chat. So it looks like it's just you two guys, and then maybe Legalized Ranch comes in like every 20 seconds or every 5 minutes and comes in and says something. So if you guys have any final comments, any final things, or here over the next 10 minutes, please let us know so we can wrap things up here. And overall, this was again another game where the Lakers showed their dominance. Another game where the Lakers showed how great they are. Another bad performance from Houston. When it's like, come on, like Houston's great. I know Houston's great. But that. You got in a big moment here, big game. Got to step up. Got to show it. Got to show us how good you are. And against a great team like what's the name? I'm sorry. Another great game against the Lakers. I don't know why I blacked out there. I was thinking of something else. But in a great game against the Lakers, without Anthony Davis, to flame out like that, to have a bad performance, is awful. Booker had a good game. Think about it. If Core had to learn to cheat before the Astros, but where? Yeah, maybe he learned it there. I don't know. Maybe he did learn it there. I don't think it's a guarantee that he learned it there. Maybe he learned it like minor league baseball. I don't know where but Maybe he like, got the hints for it there. I have no idea. Maybe we'll find out in the Red Sox report, which will come out hopefully soon. Myles Garrett's at the UFC fight, and they didn't even notice Baker Mayfield, which I thought was hilarious. Like, yeah, just pretend Baker Mayfield didn't exist. Gosh. Oh, man. Any more comments, guys? Anything else? Yeah, this is one of the most talked about UFC fights I can remember in a while. In terms of pay-per-views, this might be like one of the most, like, the biggest one ever was Khabib McGregor. I'm trying to think, what was the biggest UFC? All right, so this is all on. This is a baseball reaction. This is an NBA reaction. This is also a UFC 246 live reaction. So, is this a pay-per-view, by the way? I don't know if I call this a pay-per-view. I guess, like, where can you get it? I guess you get it on ESPN Plus. I wish the 92 Suns won the championship. Yeah, but they ran into the Bulls. What are you gonna do there? Or that was the year before, because the Blazers beat the lost to the Bulls. He was a coach for the Brewers for the Astros. There's rumor he learned it there. Okay, maybe fair. I know Michael Jordan is great. Oh yeah, of course. It's just sometimes, Michael Jordan. He's the GOAT. Hold on. Biggest pay-per-view UFC pay-per-view fights ever. Yeah, it's UFC 229. It was last year. Khabib, or 2 years ago. Khabib and McGregor. That crazy fight. That had 2.4 registered views. Yeah, so that was the biggest fight ever. And then I don't know this fight, which is UFC 246. I don't know what's the biggest fight before that. Or the biggest pay-per-view of all time, I believe, was the biggest pay-per-view of all time was Ali Frazier back in '75, which was the Thrill in Manila. That was the biggest pay-per-view of all time. UFC 246. I don't know where this is going to rank all time. Again, how can you purchase this? Do you just purchase it on ESPN? Okay, so it's on pay-per-view. Maybe it's on ESPN. I don't know, but Astros leading towards Buck Showalter as manager. That'd be a good signing to get somebody like Buck Showalter to get a great manager. I don't know why Buck hasn't been selected yet. Buck Showalter is a great manager who's taken so many great teams, and he hasn't won a title, but he's taken so many teams close. I don't know why there aren't teams. Maybe his age. I don't get it. He's a great manager, and the Mets should try to get him, but I don't think they're going to get him. So it's weird. I mean, I love Buck. I don't understand why he hasn't been taken yet, but for some reason. I want John Gibbons, to be honest. Yeah, he'd be good. He'd be a good manager too. Interested to see who they go with. I mean, we'll find out here very soon. Because they have to. You're running out of time. You got like 6-7 minutes. But oh boy. Alright, so if you guys have any more comments, Ken Basemore is getting traded to the Kings. Oh yeah, that's right. We'll see how that works out for. The. And then Blazers: Ariza, Gabriel, and Swanigan. With the Kings: Basemore, Tellivier, and 2 separate second round picks. Blazers, yeah. So. So Rocket team traded Westbrook. I don't like that guy. No, they have to keep him for now, but I don't know if it's gonna work. I don't think the D'Antoni system works great in the regular season. It doesn't work in the postseason. So it looks like it's the same stuff that's going on here, and it's unfortunate. I don't hate the Rockets, but it's just whatever it is. It's just the same problems. Again, it's with Westbrook, it's with Harden, it's with somebody, it's with anybody. This team just does not flow well together. So, unfortunate for them. Holly Holm won. Oh, good for her. In what round? Holly Holm won. Yeah, so Holly Holm wins. Good for her. And now we get McGregor and Donald Cerrone. That will be on here in just a few minutes. We're not gonna do a reaction to that since I don't have the TV in front of me. I'm assuming McGregor's gonna win. If not, then oh boy. But it'll be fun. So 5 more minutes here to go. If you guys have any last comments, any last questions, I should say if you like this channel, make sure you subscribe. But all of you who are here at this point are subscribed already, so I don't think there's really any need to really get anyone else in here. Is it cold outside and where you live in? Yes. In Jersey right now, it's very cold. But over the last few days, it's been really rough. But we're making it through. So yeah, again, come back, guys, tomorrow. Make sure tomorrow you're back here. Make sure tomorrow you're back on the channel. Make sure we're back as we talk about everything that goes on here with the Chris Paul was better. Yeah, but those two didn't work well together. Paul and Harden, like, they hate each other. So it wasn't going to work long term. So, but although Chris Paul has worked out great in Oklahoma City. That's a fun team, the Thunder. So overall, come back tomorrow, right after the 2 games. We'll have Chiefs-Titans, and we'll have Packers-Niners. We'll be back after both of them. And we'll see who wins those games to head off to Super Bowl 54 in Miami in 2 weeks. 2 weeks will be the end of this crazy, crazy NFL season. Here in Arizona, it's chilly. That's weird. Isn't that the West? I guess the winter. I don't know. Haven't been to Arizona. Seems like a fine place. Like, people are really nice. It seems like. I can't think of any place that's like terrible people, and they all seem in some way very nice. So yeah, we're wrapping things up here again. Maybe, yeah. I enjoyed talking with you guys though. I was thinking, should we wrap this up earlier because there's not that many people in it? But it's like I got to talk to you 3 guys for a long time, so it evens itself out. And we got to talk a little bit about UFC and baseball and what's going on there with the Astros, and we'll see what the Red Sox punishment is. I'm expecting a very severe ban for Cora, but it's not going to matter because no one's going to hire him anyway. And then, yeah, but it gets very dry. Yeah, okay, that's good. And then what's going to happen with the GM? Again, any title's going to get vacated. And are they going to do a second investigation into the Astros and figure out what's going on with the buzzing? Go Astros for life, redemption 2020. Yeah, no one's feeling bad for you. Just go into this with a reminder that no one's gonna feel bad for you at all. No one. This is all self-inflicted. But you know that. You know, no one. Everybody's gonna be rooting for you guys to lose, and we'll see what happens. I mean, you had Manfred flat out call out the culture. You had Manfred say this organization is not a well-run. The culture is toxic. He basically talked about that. And we saw that with Tubman just being able to scream to those women, hey, do you think John Jones is the GOAT? I mean, I can't follow UFC, so I can't tell you for sure. I mean, he seemed like a great wrestler, and then or a great fighter, and then he had his own personal demons, and we'll see what happens there. I mean, what I'm impressed with, there's no one, like, there's always, like, in the UFC, there's these, like, #1 stars, and then they fade away for a while. Like, I mean, John Jones faded. You know, Ronda Rousey faded. Like, there have been all these guys in the UFC, Anderson Silva. Like, there's all these great guys in the UFC who, after, you know, who are like the big #1 championship guys, like the #1 stars, and then eventually they fade away. No one's able to have a sustained, long #1 guy at the UFC. Brock Lesnar, I guess, for a while, and then he lost to Cain Velasquez. So yeah, no one's been able to do it. I mean, there haven't been really a lot of long championship reigns in the UFC. It seems like, so it'll be fun to see. Think on what happens here with the UFC going forward. How much longer is McGregor? I mean, if McGregor loses tonight, he definitely loses his, to talk about being the face of the sport. I guess he still is, so. But there have been a lot of faces of the sport there. We should really wrap things up here now. Okay, because we've got, what about Michelle Tate? For some reason, when I heard you say that, I thought, is he talking about Shannon Tate? I don't know if Michelle Tate has been a face of the sport. Maybe so. I don't know. All right, we should wrap things up here, guys. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Again, great win for the Lakers tonight. LeBron, even without Anthony Davis, he was fantastic. The Rockets had their problems. Again, they got to find better shooters. And Harden and Westbrook, again, those two, for maybe some reason, it doesn't look like it works. We'll find out in April. But again, great win for the Lakers tonight, even without Anthony Davis. Thank you guys again so much for watching. If you're new to this channel, whatever, you subscribe if you want to. But no one new is watching. We'll be back tomorrow, so come back tomorrow. Right tomorrow. Come back right here. We'll talk about We'll talk about Titans-Chiefs. We'll be talking about Packers-Niners right after both of those games. Oh, Misha Tate. Okay, fine. So we'll be back after both of those games. So come back here right after the conference championship games, and we'll talk about it. Thank you guys again so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Until then, take care, and God bless.